All right, most people learn Kubernetes the hard ways. Start with some random videos and they speed it up by 1x or 2x speed. I mean, nothing wrong from their side. They're trying to optimize their time. But when someone asks some basic questions, like they cannot explain what's wrong and why things broke. So that explains what happens if you do things at faster pace, right? Hi, my name is Mutta Nagvamsi, and in this video, um, I'm going to save you some time and frustration. Before you deep dive into Kubernetes, you need to read these 6 articles that I'm going to show you. They help you with basics. They help you understand the flow of entire application management. Kubernetes feels less confusing, and you will start feeling like, hey, this is something that I can manage, right? So that is what I want to achieve in this video. So let's go to the first step. The first page that I want you to read is just using Minikube to create your cluster. This page is really short. You can read it in 10 minutes. It explains you what a Kubernetes cluster is and what the main components involved at the high level, and it'll give you a basic understanding of what control plane is and how you can what it actually does. So this is step 1. All right, so this is page 2, where you get to learn about how to create your basic deployment. You can start with setting up your own pod, but when you're talking about setting up an application, we talk about deployments because that will help us how to scale things. So you will get to know how to do the deployments. You'll actually do the first deployment. So my recommendation is you set up your basic Minikube cluster and follow this guide to actually set it up, right? It will also show you where deployments fit in the entire Kubernetes cluster scope. You will also get to learn the basics of kubectl, absolute basics, not anything major. You will also have your first command to run your first Kubernetes deployment, and then you will be able to visualize it, and then you will be able to access your application using kubeproxy, right? My recommendation is do it hands-on. This gives you great starting experience. So this is page 3. Page 3 talks about how do you view your pods, how do you view your nodes, and when people ask about what is a pod, you get a single line answer. It's a smallest possible manageable unit of Kubernetes. I mean, what does it even mean, right? So you really need to understand, and this page will explain you few things internally. You will also get to know what is a node is, what its scope in the entire context. You will also learn basic steps to troubleshoot your Kubernetes cluster. All right, this is page 4. So once you have your deployment running, once you have your application running locally, you want to expose it outside. You want to make this application visible to the entire world. So this is where services come in. Read through. Yes, I know, like many people understand what services is at high level. They've learned through videos and all that stuff, but reading gives you a greater experience. You will find details that you miss from a video. So these are the 4 services types that we have in Kubernetes, and what is the role of services and label and how they work together. This is diagrammatic representation, and you will also be able to create a new service, and then you will be able to link that to your deployment, and you should be able to view your application with that specific service. This is again helps you manage your expose your application outside. This is step 4. But when we are now step 5, we are getting into the most important bit, where you are, let's say if your application is hitting more demand, you need to learn how to scale things up, and this is exactly what you will learn in this page. You will learn how to you will understand how the basic scaling works, and what are the things that you need to do to scale things up. Obviously you have to scale the deployment, and then you should be able to increase the size of the replicas. This is a practical step. This is a practical step that you can implement to check how things are working. Again, my strict recommendation is go through this page, set up your local cluster, work with this, get the feel of how things are working. It gives you a great starting experience for your Kubernetes learning. And finally, this is step 6. This is the final step. Once you have your cluster ready, once you have your deployment ready, you will need to update your deployment once in a while, and this is exactly what the page talks about. You will also have rolling update strategy and what it means, and diagrammatic representation, how does it feel in the entire flow, and how to update stuff. So this is how you can actually update things to the second version. You can visualize the pods, and you can verify if things are working as expected. All right, so these are the 6 things that you have to learn to make sure that you are actually understanding the basics right. If you understand the basics right, it becomes much easier for you to learn rest of the Kubernetes concepts. Hope this is useful. Drop me a like and subscribe if this is useful. Bye.